I want to welcome, one of the star of Peacemaker, the judo master himself, Nhut. Welcome, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was definitely great to see you at the Tempest event, and yeah, it was a surprise. I wasn't expecting you there. It was so cool to see you there.
Yeah, it was a really fun show. Did you
Hmm.
enjoy it?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Not as much action as I would have liked, but it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, first and foremost, I just want to say, how really cool it is to see like a Vietnamese American like you representing on one of the biggest, comic book series on TV right now. So, thank you, for representing.
Yeah. And I hope I can, make the community proud and be a good representation of what a Vietnamese actor can do in this industry.
Awesome, awesome. Can you speak a little bit about your background in like martial arts and how it contributed to your role in as for Judo Master?
So I remember this was maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. I heard news that they were making a live action of The Last Airbender. And so I really wanted to work on that project. So I studied wushu for 2 years, and I learned the staff and different like weapons and stuff like that. And so that project was like sort of simmering in the background as I was doing my training. And then I created a little stunt reel, and then
Oh.
my reps used that to pitch me onto different projects. And so she sent it to the Peacemaker project. And at this point, we didn't know it was Peacemaker. We just knew it was James Gunn was doing something with John Cena. And so
Mhm.
she sent in that reel, and then that sort of got the ball rolling.
Oh, awesome, awesome. And did you start off like like doing stunts, or did you was straight up like actor?
I wanted to pursue acting,
Hmm.
and there's it's so hard to get your foot in the door.
Hmm.
So in doing so, I tried to get in through like the improv group, and
Hmm.
then I started doing like little stunts here and there, trying to segue into acting.
Hmm.
So I did a few like random like Disney stunts. So it's like, like crashing into a locker or
Hmm.
like falling on a Christmas tree or something like that.
Hmm.
So it wasn't like very like stunt intensive until I meet my stunt team on Peacemaker. Like they are through and through stuntmen. And to ever having called myself a stunt person is just
Hmm.
like a disservice to their department, because they go through so much training and dedication to their craft, and the skill that they have to hone with their body is just incredible.
Right, right. Awesome, awesome. Were like before you got this role, were you familiar with the comic books at all or the character of Judo Master at all?
I had never heard of Judomaster,
Mhm.
and when I actually booked the role, it was under a different name.
Oh.
The name was Marshall, like Marshall Mathers,
Hmm.
Martial Artist, and so it was a code name. So
Oh.
it wasn't until I got CC'd on email for costume fitting.
Hmm.
They were scheduling a costume fitting for the super suit, and then I was CC'd on it, and so I read down the email chain, and it said, "We found our judo master." And I was like, "What is judo master?" So I Googled him real quick, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's an actual superhero."
Oh wow, that's that's awesome. So you found out after you got the role that you're playing a superhero.
Yeah, yeah, they wanted to keep it very secret.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, I saw episode 4 the other day, and your fight with John Cena was insane with all the flips you were doing and everything.
Yeah,
It's so good. Can you just talk a bit about the that whole scene? Like, how long did it take the process of filming that scene?
yeah, that scene was really fun to do. I think we started on that sequence about 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before we shot it.
Mhm.
So they showed me the choreography. And then there was that move, the Hurricane, where Judomaster goes around
Hmm.
Peacemaker. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, most actors, they'll do like action, like beats and sequences. So they'll like throw a punch here and like their stunt double will do the majority of it.
Right.
And so seeing the Hurricane, I was like, okay, cool. Like, which part am I gonna, plug in at? And they're like, you're doing the entire move. And I'm like, what? Okay. So we got the training, and I think it took like maybe 2 days. It was like two or 3 hour sessions, and it just took 2 days, and I got the move down. So I
Oh.
was very impressed with myself.
Hmm. And did you perform that move on John Cena himself, or was that a stunt double?
So we did several passes. So, we'll do a pass with me and John, and then they'll do a pass with my stunt double and John's stunt double, and then we'll do me with a stunt with John's stunt double, and then my stunt double with John. So,
Oh wow.
they'll intercut it, and so whichever looks the best is the take that they'll use.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What was your experience like working with John? He seems like it's such a hilarious, funny guy in person. So,
Yeah, so to touch on the fight aspect of
mm,
it, like he is such a pro that like you can show him or even just talk him through a move or the whole sequence and he can do it. Meanwhile, I will take like a week just to like rehearse everything, get all the pieces down, and then he'll come in and then we'll just do it and he'll maybe never have practiced it before,
wow.
so he'll just like see what he needs to do and he's so good that he just it's in his body and it's sort of like
Mhm,
vocabulary to him that he can just plug in at certain sections. So fight wise it was amazing to be able to work with him in that regards.
mhm,
And as an acting side, like he is just such a pro, like so dedicated, and his acting is so, so good in this season. I'm just so impressed. And
mhm,
as a person, the most kindest, nicest person, most professional in the whole business. Like, and to have him being number one on our call sheet, like it's just sort of trickles down and everyone's nice. Like there's no divas on set ever. It's just a great experience.
right, right. Awesome, man. When you were filming this show, everyone loved the eagle, Iggly. Did you have any like any scenes with the actual eagle in this season?
So most of the Eagles, or I think all of it is CGI.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes we'll have a taxidermied eagle on
Mm.
set as reference. But otherwise we don't see Eagly until until it airs.
Oh wow, wow. You know what? Because I was at the fan fest, the Peace Fest, and they
Mhm.
had the eagle there. They were saying, they use this eagle in some parts of the show. So I don't know. So now you say it's all CGI,
Yeah,
huh?
so I think maybe they used that eagle for
Mhm.
reference
Right, right,
when they
right.
were doing it. But yeah, like I think it was the Weta studio that
Uh,
does all the CGI for Eagly, and
mhm.
they do such a good job that people think that,
Yeah.
Eagly was actually on set.
No, it's freaking excellent. It's excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm not sure if you've for this season. I don't know if you work with James Gunn on any of the episodes because I don't know which one he directed, but did you
Mhm.
have any experience working with James and how that went?
Yeah, we did a few episodes together.
Mhm.
And anytime that James is on set, it's a blast. I love working with James, because he is a director who knows exactly what he wants, but he also doesn't limit himself
Hmm.
with sort of inhibiting the actors. So he'll do a rehearsal and the actors can sort of do their thing. Whereas other directors, they'll bring the actors onto set and they're like, okay, the camera's here and here. So I
Hmm.
want you to move from here to here doing this. Whereas James is like, all right, let's bring in the actors. And then the actors go through the scenes. And then James is like, okay, cool. So we'll put a camera here to capture that moment. And then we'll put the camera here. So it's very much he's an actor's director, so
Hmm.
actors really like working with him because he's so collaborative in that way. And
Hmm.
yet if your takes aren't exactly right, he'll have adjustments here and there, whereas some other actors are like, no, let's just try it again.
Right.
And then as an actor, you're like, well, what do you want me to do? You know?
Hmm. That's great. That's great, man. Um, and I also saw episode 5, the one that just released yesterday. And man, so you know, spoiler alert, but you went through the
The QUC.
yeah, you went after Peacemaker. So
Yeah.
I'm just imagining the mayhem you're gonna cause on the next few episodes. So can you give us a little tease, of what's to come on the next few episodes with your character?
Yeah, I think Judomaster was very nervous when he was stepping through the portal because he doesn't
Hmm.
know what to expect. And because he's such a workman, like, Argus hired him to do a mission was to take down the Peacemaker from the first time you meet him until this episode. His entire task for this season is to hunt down Peacemaker.
Hmm.
So if that means going into an interdimensional portal, like he doesn't want to do it, but he's going to do it. Um, and I can't say too much about the later three episodes,
Hmm.
because yeah, I'm not sure when this interview will come out,
Right,
but
right, right.
I can say that um, Peacemaker is foregoing his own dimension
Hmm.
to go into this other dimension where his father loves him and his brother is still alive and Hardcore is in love with him. So,
Oh, perfect for him,
the
right?
yeah, the grass is as green as it can be for
Hmm.
him. Um, but upon closer inspection, that might not be the case.
Ah,
Um, and then he also has his group of 11th Street kids that are out on this dimension that he's, letting go of and all their history and whatever they have together. So, in terms of Judomaster, I think you have to wait and see what he gets
okay.
into.
For sure.
But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a fun 3 episodes.
That's great. That's great. Because I've been hearing James Gunn's like saying like this season is like the last 3 episodes is like the best thing like he's ever like for him personally the best thing he's ever done. So I cannot wait.
Yeah, it feels like, he's throwing a lot of plates up in the air.
Hmm.
And some of them will come crashing down, some of them will land neatly, but it sort of culminates and the the climax of the season is in these episodes.
That's great, man. That's great. So if you could um if you could I mean, Judomaster obviously went head to head with Peacemaker, but if you could pick any other opponent in the DC universe for Judomaster to go against, who
Hmm.
would you want to, fight?
I feel like I have a desire to fight like all the biggest characters, like the like huge muscular like Bane or like
Oh yeah.
Wildcat or something like that. Just like the size difference is so funny to me.
Yeah, the whole David and
Um,
Goliath like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and we were saying on set how like the only way that Judo Master can stay in a fight with someone as big as Bane or Deathstroke or even Peacemaker is because Peacemaker is just so strong. He's about brute force, but he hasn't honed his martial arts skills as much
Hmm.
as Judo Master.
Hmm.
So Judo Master can sort of maneuver his way around that. But if he were to get into a match with someone who is uh, as trained as him, and then add the size on top of that,
Hmm.
I would just be curious to see how he fares because his healing ability is insane. He's taken a bullet to the
Yeah,
chest and like crowbar to the head.
right.
Um, and so yeah, it'd be fun for those fights to happen, I think.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, And honestly, like, how many bags of hot Cheetos did you go through doing the filming of this of this series?
There was a day where I ate so many hot Cheetos that my teeth were red at the
Oh
end of the
no.
day. But the good thing is they took normal Cheetos and they colored it red to
Oh,
look
okay.
hot. So it wasn't like all hot Cheetos the entire day. I don't think anyone can last that.
So you're probably sick of Cheetos from now on, huh? After filming this.
Now I do have a hankering sometimes for
Oh
hot
yeah.
Cheetos.
All
Yeah,
right, all right.
and I used to never eat them before.
So it becomes an addiction now.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
it's worked.
That's great, man. So with martial arts, like, were you a fan of like martial arts movies growing up by any chance?
I loved martial arts movies. Like
Hmm.
growing up, we watch. I think the genre is called wuxia or something
Hmm.
like that now,
Hmm.
where it's like, the Chinese fantasy martial arts.
Right, right.
Uh, Growing up, I remember we would um like rent the tapes from like,
Exactly.
huge like Chinese supermarkets or something who would
Mhm.
have volumes of different um series on them. And so we'd like go to I grew up in Philly, so we'd go up to Philly and like rent these tapes like every few tapes and then go home, watch it, and then the next week would do the same thing. So
Right,
growing up, I was like, it would be so cool to be in one of these movies, where like people are on harnesses and they have
right.
superpowers.
Just
And
flying
so
around.
yeah, flying around, like doing these epic adventures.
Mhm.
So to be cast in Peacemaker, it's sort of a dream come true because I sort of get to do all those things.
Yeah, man, that's great, dude. Like for me, like I grew up in the OC in right in the heart of Little Saigon
Oh
here,
yeah,
and so I like just like you when I was a kid, I we would go rent these tapes where it's dubbed in Vietnamese, and we get to watch
yeah, yeah,
all the movies and everything. So yeah, I've been watching martial arts films, pretty much all my life now. So such a big fan, and to see someone like a Vietnamese like you in one of these big movies is it's awesome, to see. So did you have like a favorite martial arts actor that you like watching, growing up?
martial arts actors. I watched like the classics of like the Return of the Condor Heroes,
Hmm.
stuff like that, and like Journey to the West. And so it was all sort of like fantasy
Oh,
fighting.
okay, okay.
Um, so and the actors' name that I know them as are like the Vietnamese names, and I'm not sure if I can even
Right.
remember some of them now. One of them is maybe like
Ludwig,
Lewis.
maybe.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
right, right.
Him.
Or
Yeah,
Contilak.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. All
yeah.
these names sound familiar.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then like growing up, I'd research them online, but then they'd have their Chinese names or like
Right.
their English names, so it's all sort of interchangeable.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, it's great to see you in this series. And do you have anything to share with us as far as other projects that you have coming up after Peacemaker?
There is a project that I am excited about, but nothing
Mhm.
has been released about it yet.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, once it does, it's sort of yeah. We'll talk when
Cool,
when
cool, cool,
when we
cool. Yeah,
can. Yeah,
please let me know, so we can share it to all the fans,
yeah,
of what you have coming up. Yeah, so yeah, but thank you so much for your time today, Nick, and it was so great talking to you, and the best of luck with the future, and cannot wait until to see the last three episodes of a Peacemaker to see
yeah.
the mayhem that the Judomaster is gonna cause.
Yes, yes. Great talking to you, David. Nice to see you again,
Mhm.
and we'll chat again soon.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep. See you later.
I'll see you.